Hi everyone, Armine Bazikyan here. I'm an attorney here in California, and I am a certified specialist in estate planning, trust, and probate administration here in California as well. We service clients all over California, and we hope that you will find this video helpful. So today we're going to be talking about how to amend your trust. So this is for people that already have a trust in place. You've already created one, whether it's through an attorney's office or not. You have an estate plan in place, and hopefully the estate plan includes a trust. And time has come for you to make some changes. How are you going to make those changes? So this video, we're going to talk about how you can go about making those changes. Now, if you have a revocable trust, an amendable trust, that means that when you created your trust, you reserved the right to make changes to it whenever you felt like it. And I'm going to assume that mentally you have capacity, which means that you're legally allowed to make an amendment to your trust. And we're going to talk about how you can do that. Now, because a trust is a private contract between you yourself, or a declaration, it's a private agreement essentially. You have to follow, the first thing you're going to do when you want to amend your trust is you're going to open up that trust document and you're going to read what it says about amending the trust. This is extremely important. Your trust document should have a provision that says you are allowed to amend your trust. So that's the first thing you're going to find. Once you find that provision, that statement that says you can amend it, the second thing you're going to look for is instructions on how you can amend it. So it might tell you, an amendment can be done on a piece of paper, dated and signed, and delivered to the trustee. Whatever the instructions are in your trust document, you have to follow them to the T. Now, this is where a lot of things go south for most people. And this is why we actually don't recommend that you DIY or do it yourself at home. If you have a trust in place, please consult with an attorney to help you amend the trust. These provisions are so fickle and so specific that if you do not follow them very, very carefully, or you make some sort of mistake that you don't realize is a mistake, it can actually negate your amendment, meaning your amendment might not be a valid amendment. And I'll give you a really great case example. So recently in California in 2023, we had a case that came out, and the appeal court held that the person whose trust it was, the amendment that they made by hand at home was not valid, and the provisions or the changes that they wanted to make were not valid and were not going to be upheld by the court because of one little mistake this gentleman did. He prepared the amendment himself. He signed it and dated it and followed all the instructions, but there was one thing that his trust wanted him to do that he didn't do. He was supposed to mail the amendment by certified mail to the trustee, which, by the way, was himself. So he was the person that created the trust. He was the trustee, and the amendment provision said, if you want to do an amendment, you got to do it, date it, sign it, and mail it by certified mail to the then acting trustee, which was himself. Now, this gentleman didn't do that because he thought, well, I can't just mail it to myself. It's ridiculous. I'm just going to do the amendment, date it, and sign it, and put it in my safe. And because he didn't certify mail it to himself, there was no evidence of that, the court considered it to not be a valid amendment. So that's kind of my example of why not to DIY it or do it yourself, because you have to follow the instructions. If you make one little tiny mistake, there's a judge sitting there with his red pen and he's ready to go, nope, it's not considered, get out of my courtroom. We're not going to consider that document to be valid. So be very cautious, be very careful when you're amending your documents. We're always happy to help. Our firm offers assistance with amending trusts. Feel free to contact our office. We also provide free consultations, so we'd be happy to talk to you about it for free and let you know what it's going to entail. As always, if you have specific questions related to this topic or other topics, feel free to comment down below. And if you have ideas or specific topics you'd like us to do videos on, we'd be happy to. Just leave it in the comment below, and we'd be happy to do more videos for you and educate the public on different areas of the law. We hope you found this video helpful, and we'll see you soon. Bye.